So today's video is on Scarlet Nexus. Chat wants me to do a very obvious and common YouTube intro. So here you go. It's your boy 26. And if you're not smashing that like button, smash it. Make sure that you're subscribed. Over 50% of you are not subscribed. So subscribe to the channel. I'm here with...
Me. What up?
What's your name?
Aaron.
Good you're on.
Over here.
Yeah,
I'm here to talk about this game.
Yeah, we're talking Scarlet Nexus today. It's going to be a good one. Chat's here with us. We're going to be answering their questions. I, as usual, when we're doing these videos, don't know much about the game. Alex has had some experience with it. Watched like a developer like gameplay walkthrough and actually got some like behind the scenes stuff going on there. So that's what we're going to be going through. And he's curated a bunch of footage for us.
I have. Yeah. It's a spicy gameplay.
It's a spicy gameplay. I'm not really sold on this. This looks like...
Really?
I don't know. It kind of looks like... What's that Switch game that came out recently? The one with the cops.
Astral Chain.
Astral Chain. And I never actually...
That game was great.
That game was great. Did you complete it, though?
That game was great.
All right, cool. Let's start the video.
I didn't complete it. I liked it. Yeah.
So what's going on here? Like
Alright, so
Scarlet
Nexus is obviously, action RPG. So you kind of expect that sort of hack and slash, crazy combat. Some of the guys behind this worked on things like Covain. I think there was a DMC guy in there. Basically, you can get it from the kind of visual style. But the big angle for this one is that obviously the main character has psychokinetic abilities. So a lot of stuff you're doing
Corito.
Yeah, there you go. And,
the Louis Vuittons are back out.
The Louis Vuitton enemies. The enemies are really interesting because they're designed to kind of be like, there's an element of them that's like a natural monster, and then they're merged with things that are just completely unnatural. So there's designed to look like really, really like weird and over the top. But yeah, so you've obviously got, all your standard melee attacks and things like that, but you can also interact quite heavily with the environment. You can see yourself grabbing objects and pulling them towards you. You can work that like seamlessly into your combos, which is really cool. Because like sometimes in these kind of games when you have that mechanics,
you could just like yoink the cars like randomly and just
so there's a couple moves that are going on here. There's like a step in attack and I forgot the name of the other one, but basically one of them works around the principle where you begin a combo, and while you're comboing you can basically hold down, I think it's L1, I can't remember the buttons off the top of my head, but you can basically be priming like a grab at the same time. So you can be grabbing something from behind you, or similarly you can, following like throwing an object into something, you can just dash straight in. So they've designed it so that all these sort of interactions are designed to be like seamlessly like part of your combos and stuff, which is really, really cool. So yeah, like the double, the big one. So obviously you've also got like a partner. I don't think, they haven't said anything about it. I don't think this game is co-op. I think it is just AI partners. That's
it would be pretty sick if it is co-op though. Like it would add a lot to the game.
Yeah, I would really like that. And I think, judging by like when I had a chance to sort of see the menus, I believe you can have up to 2 teammates. So obviously you can have some, some like potential like additional stuff. And teammates are useful because they're not just there for just attacking to kind of back you up. You can also draw powers from them.
Okay.
So
isn't that like a system similar to like Dragon's Dogma? Isn't that what you can do in Dragon's Dogma?
I know Dragon's Dogma, like you can call on their abilities, but in this, I can't remember that sort of like too much. But you'll see in a second here, you'll see the character will come on screen. We'll touch on that in a minute. That's like a different sort of level tier skill. But here you go. So you see all the stuff coming at your back. That is basically where the sort of Scarlet Nexus stuff comes from. So you've got like a link.
They've dropped the name of the game.
They've got it. They've got it. There you go. That's how you sell it. But yes, you've now got a link with them. So she's got pyrokinesis, so she's all about fire, and your only way to use fire is to basically connect with her. So in doing so, you can now imbue your sword with fire. Obviously, if you then go to higher levels, you can imbue your ability, so you can start grabbing cars and then putting flames on those cars, or you can call down like meteors and stuff. So there's different tiers to that, and then obviously
some depth to the gameplay, some layering there. Things you love to see.
Yeah, and obviously like that applies to your stuff as well, because when I saw the menu and you see like the skills, I think there's like 6 or 8 levels, and each kind of level that you get basically kind of just amps it up to the point you get like a crazy final one. I think her final fire ability is like a physical flamethrower you could just like spew out and stuff. So yeah, there's a lot of that into it.
The enemies look kind of clapped though, I'm not gonna lie, like because we're just walking down and we've seen the same enemy all the time, and it's just like a plant that literally does nothing.
There's a few different ones. I think the thing is, well, don't forget that because it's like it's a super cut sort of B-roll segment. So there's a lot of like very similar enemies that we've seen. There is another plot here. It's true. But there are, when you sort of get some of the things later on, there are some like different ones. Sort of seeing some of like the concept art. Like, I mean, there will obviously be recurring enemy types and whatnot, but I think they're interesting though because they look very different. They're not like kind of your typical like crazy looking, your typical looking enemies. These are just like really weird things. Like you'll see the final boss you get to later. It kind of just looks like a hamster with like a wheel merged into it and stuff. Oh, here's a plant again. Okay, so maybe they didn't pick the best showcase of enemies for. If you see the trailer though, the trailer shows you some of the variety. But here he's going to go into the boss battle. So here we go.
Okay, little boss battle now.
We got a little hamster boy.
He also
with,
shoots things out. It looks like, what does that material look like? The stuff out of Zelda, the Sheikah
the
stuff.
Guardians. Yeah. True. Yeah. There's definitely that. But this is really cool because obviously, you get to sort of see all the different like combos and stuff in here, but then you get to sort of see the grander scale because in a minute they're going to start interacting with like these are sort of largely more set piece driven things because there's elements in you can see those sort of things at the top of the
that's so cool.
Top of the environment, yeah. And then like there'll come parts during this fight where you'll then be able to drag like massive things down onto them. So yeah, there's definitely a strong
smooth.
And they said they're targeting 4K 60 for next gen consoles. So it does look quite smooth, especially considering when they first announced it, they showed it was like the Xbox One. Like the trailer looked a little bit framey, but seeing this gameplay, like it's running super smooth.
Okay.
So, yeah, drops on the big one like boom.
He loves it. He loves the flame abilities.
And he loves it. Look at that. See the, and that's the flamethrower. So that's one of your leveled up abilities. So this one's decently spec, but also like dive into some of the menus and stuff as well. Like they have you have different weapons. I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't know whether you are able to pick different weapons for the main character because he's like largely speaking a sword user. Yeah. But there is like a gear slot. So I would imagine you might just get better versions.
Okay.
But we've seen like from your team members, there's people that have got like crossbows, people that have got daggers, people that have got guns. So I imagine maybe you'll spec into your team.
If you can get guns in this as well, that would be sick. Like twin pistols as well, and like these fights would be awesome, especially if they like do damage, like a lot of damage.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Oh, is there a Switch version of this? That's what.
Sadly not.
There isn't a Switch version. So what's coming out on next gen, current gen PC? Is that?
I believe so. Yeah, they all the stuff so far has kind of been spoken about in, like Series X. I guess that's sort of like the lead platform, so to speak, for it. But I think I think it'll be typical like PS5, PC, Series X. It is current gen, yeah, because they're doing current gen, but obviously you won't get 60 FPS and 4K. But yeah. So it'd be good. I don't know. There's no launch title. There's no launch date for this just yet. Yeah. So obviously you still have to wait for a little bit. But yeah, I really like it. I like the kind of. The sort of, especially when you see the trailer, it's got that kind of Akira / Ghost in the Shell vibe. That sort of, because they went for they were saying in the dev diary they went for that sort of 90s style Japan, but also merged with the future sort of stuff. So it's definitely that kind of Akira vibe. So,
So guys in chat, do you guys have any questions about the game for Arex or anything like that?
Flower Boys.
Is this like all the gameplay that you saw? Or?
This is all of it. Oh no, I mean actually no. So this is all the gameplay that we were given to be able to upload.
Okay.
When I got to play through it, look, I mean, I got to see the kind of tutorial mission that you get to do at the very beginning of the game. So that's how I know like some of the names of the moves because it runs you through like the basic flow of it. Your combat, like what you don't see on the UI is that you have a meter at the bottom of the screen for your psychokinetic abilities, so you can't use them all the time, but it replenishes fast, so you're supposed to be using it all the time, like relatively frequently. And then they dived into the menu. So obviously, there's like an extensive skill tree. I think it's called like the brain map or something. And it branches off into different areas to give you new abilities. There's like a cosmetic tab. There's like a there's the kind of gear and stuff. So there seems to be plenty of angles for progression in this, which is cool. Definitely.
Yeah, Freya is saying that the attacks look basic. I think it's probably because this is like the start of the game. You haven't unlocked like every ability. You don't have all of your buddies to like get stuff off from.
Yeah, same kind of thing as like Astral Chain. Like it's you start that game and like at the beginning, like your combo flow is quite simple because you haven't got half the stuff. Astral Chain was kind of interestingly paced because when you get to the very end, you get like all the cool stuff, but you're at the end of the game. But I think it's similar kind of thing to this. Like, yeah, you do have the basic combo flow, which is largely speaking the same. But then I think as you start working your team members in, that's where the variety's going to come from.
Cool. Anyway, since you guys in chat don't really have that many questions for... Oh no, Willis is asking if there's loot in the game. Is there loot?
Well, yes, to a degree. We don't know like how much, but I've seen things drop on the floor, and the fact that when you go into gear, you have a few different gear slots. So there's definitely stuff to loot. I wouldn't put it in like a looter category, but there is loot to earn. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm going to wrap the video. Guys, thanks to everyone that has watched the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm probably going to try this one out. Not completely sold on it yet, because it does look like other games that I didn't really play all the way through. But, yeah, it's a weeb game, so we're there. And don't forget, if you did enjoy this video, that you could check me out on Twitch as well, live, and you could be in chat answering your questions about all the other games and PS5 events soon, so that's going to be exciting. Everyone say bye to Arex. Chat say bye to Arex. Bye.